In this video, we will see how to find Fourier series expression. And now we have a function given here that f of x is 2 sine square x, and the values of x are going to be from minus pi to pi. And this statement says here that f of x is periodic. F of x is equal to f of x plus 2 pi. So now we have this is a periodic function. Fair enough. Now when we want to find Fourier series expression for this function, now a point to be noted is look for the values of x. Okay, so let me write down, since x is from minus pi to pi. Okay, let's check for whether the function is even, odd, or nano. This step you will always perform when your the values of x are from minus pi to pi. Now how do we do that? Let me see. First of all, the function f of x given to us is 2 sine square x. Okay, to check whether the function is even or odd, what we do, we put x is equal to minus x. Now replace all x by minus x, so you will get f of minus x is equal to 2 sine square minus x. So I can write this as square outside also, and sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. I hope you know this identity. So we can take that minus sign out, but still we have a square outside. So it is going to be 2. That minus square will make it positive, and this will be sine square x. Now this is exactly what our f of x is, right? The given function f of x is 2 sine square x. So I'll write that as f of x. From here I get f of minus x is same as f of x, and when we get that result, we say that f of x is even function because we have these two matching. Okay, now as soon as you declare this as an even function, therefore for Fourier series we will have value of bn is 0. Okay, so that actually makes our life easier. We don't have to solve for bn because bn is going to be 0. Now after I analyze that, the next part is the Fourier series expression. So let me write the expression for Fourier series. F of x is equal to, I write like this, a naught by 2 plus sum of n equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus bn sin nx. Now that's the Fourier series expression. And as we know that in our case, the bn value is going to be 0. So this value is 0. So we don't have to worry about this part at all. So the reduced version will be, let me write down, this is a naught by 2 plus sum of n equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx. Only so much will remain. This part becomes 0. And this is your Fourier series expression. So let me call this equation as equation 1. And as you know, when we are solving Fourier series, we basically want to find out the value of a naught and the value of an. And for that, we have formulae, right? So let me go to the next slide and solve for a naught and an. And our function, remember, is 2 sine square x, and it is from minus pi to pi. Now let's see how we can solve that. So let us begin with a naught now. See, a naught formula is 1 upon pi integration f of x dx with the appropriate limits. So now I write a naught is equal to 1 upon pi. We know that f of x is equal to 2 sine square x. That's our function. And this will go from minus pi to pi. The first thing you can do is you can take this 2 out. So this will become a naught is equal to 2 by pi. Now there is one thing that you should know about this function. First of all, we have already found out that this is an even function. Okay, we have done it in previous slide that f of x is an even function. So since we have this as an even function, there is a rule that if you have, let me write down somewhere here, say integration minus a to a f of x when the function is even dx, the answer is 2 times integration 0 to a f of x the even dx. And I hope you also know that minus a to a f odd, if f of x is an odd function, then the answer is straight becomes 0. I hope you know these results already. So now we are using those results, and then I'll write this as this is minus pi to pi, so this will become integration 2 times integration 0 to pi. Having lower limit 0 really helps, so we definitely want to convert that so that solving becomes a bit easier. Okay, now once we do that, This is still sine square x dx. Now to solve this integral, integration of sine square x dx, we don't have any direct formula. So we have to reduce this. And for this, I will use one trigonometric formula, which is, do you know that 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2 is equal to sine square theta? This is a standard trigonometric formula. I'll not go in details of this, but we will be using this formula. So we have sine square x, which is sine square theta. So this will become a naught is equal to, this will become 4 upon pi integration 0 to pi. Let's write sine square x as 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2 dx, right? Now I can always simplify this, take 2 out, and this will become 2 by pi. So a naught is equal to 2 by pi outside. Now we can easily integrate 1 minus cos 2x. The integration of 1 will be x. Integration of cos 2x will become sine 2x divided by 2, and limits will go from 0 to pi. Now once we have this, we will have to put upper limit and lower limit. Now here is something very important that I want to tell you, which is, look, if you have sine of anything pi, say 133 pi, any number pi, this answer is always 0. Okay, this can be any number. Okay, any number, and the answer is 0. So we can say sine of n pi is equal to 0 when n is any natural number. Okay, natural number, or it could be even integer number, of course. So that way, even if you put x as pi, or if you put x as 0, okay, this term will definitely be 0. Okay, now that's one step which will really help you reduce things much faster, that no matter what you put upper limit or lower limit, this will definitely be 0. So we're not going to just like bother about this, and this term is anyway 0. Moving on, here, let's continue solving. This is a naught is equal to 2 over pi, and only we have to execute this part, put upper limit first. X value is pi, minus the lower limit is 0, so it is pi minus 0, and I'll get a naught is equal to, well, this pi minus 0 is just pi, this will cancel out, so we got a naught is equal to 2. Okay, so I'm going to call this equation number 2. Remember, our equation number 1 was the expression of Fourier series, where we had to find out a naught and an. We already found out the value of a naught. Now the next task is to find an value. Now solving an will be again a lot of work, so let's see how we can do that. So let's work with an. First of all, we have to write down the formula for an. Let me go to the next page for this. An is equal to 1 over pi integration f of x cos nx dx. Now that's the standard formula. So we will have to substitute and solve this. An is equal to 1 upon pi. Integration will go from minus pi to pi. F of x is 2 sine square x. That's the given value of f of x. Then cos nx comes with the formula dx. Then I can take this 2 out, and then let me write that over here. Well, we know, okay, now here is the thing. We know that this is an even function. We also know the cosine is always an even function. I hope you know that. And when you multiply even with even function, this is an even function. You multiply that also with an even function. And when you do this, the answer will always be an even function. And you all know that whenever you're integrating even function from minus pi to pi, you can simply write down this as 2 times 0 to pi. Okay, now that's the simplification of that integral. Well, because the function is even. Moving on. Now we have an is equal to, this was already 2 upon pi over here, and this becomes 2 times 0 to pi. Well, and now we have sine square times sine square x times cos nx dx. Once you get this, well, how will you solve this? Well, we can again simplify sine square x, the formula that we used for solving a naught also. So that will be, this will become 4 upon pi integration 0 to pi. Well, the sine square x will become 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2 cos nx dx. This will be a lot of solving, so but let's do that anyways. An will be 2 2s are 4, 2 divided by pi, and then this is integration of 0 to pi. And now let us multiply cos nx inside. So this is 1 into cos nx, which is cos nx, minus cos 2x cos nx dx. I just multiplied this to the whole bracket here. I multiplied this with this. Fair enough. I got this. Now we have to integrate both these integrations. The integration of the first one is going to be fairly simple because cos of nx will become sine of nx upon n. This is easy. But to solve this, you will need to use a formula. So let me write down that formula for you. That if you have 2 cos A cos B, there is a standard trigonometric formula that says it is equal to cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. To solve Fourier series problem, you need to know all the trigonometry formulae very well. So when we want 2 cos A cos B, so let us adjust 2. So I multiply by 2 here, and then I have to divide, of course, by 2. That's an adjustment. And do you see this is A, like cos A is cos 2x, and this is B, which is cos nx. So now we'll use cos A, 2 cos A cos B formula here. Let's see what happens. Now let us solve this further. I need all the space here. An will be 2 upon pi. We can integrate the first part right away. So this will become sine n pi divided by n, and the limits will apply from 0 to pi. But second integral we will integrate later. So there is a minus sign here. Do you see there is a minus sign here? And this will be integration 0 to pi yet to be integrated, and I can take that half out. I took this 2 outside over here. Okay, and 2 cos A cos B gives me cos of 2x plus nx plus cos of 2x minus nx dx. Well, now let us integrate this. An will be equal to 2 upon pi. When we are integrating sine n pi, do you see again we have sine? No, this is not sine n pi. This is sine nx. My bad. Cos nx. The integration of cos nx is sine nx upon n. So when we put upper and lower limit in both the cases, this will straight become 0. So the first bracket is simply 0. This one here minus half. Okay. Now, well, we have this integration. So let me write this down first nicely. This is integration 0 to pi cos of 2 plus nx plus cos of 2 minus nx dx. Right now, that's the integration still remaining. First of all, let's cancel out this 2. There is a negative sign also. An is equal to minus 1 upon pi. I'm going to write this down one more time. Integration of 0 to pi. This is cos 2 plus n x plus cos 2 minus n x dx. Now, maybe we will need this later on also. So let me highlight it and keep it here. Well, now let us start integrating this. So an will be minus 1 upon pi, and now we can simply integrate because it is just a cos term. Integration of cos will become sine of 2 plus n x divided by 2 plus n plus integration of cos will become sine 2 minus n x divided by 2 minus n. This will go from 0 to pi. Oh, nice. Do you see? Once again, we have sine of 2n, and that n is simply an integer number. So whether we put pi, this will become sine of something pi, right? So this term, both these terms are going to be 0. Do you understand what I'm saying? That always these two terms are going to be, this is x, these two terms will become 0 whether you put upper limit and lower limit. And I came to a conclusion that an is going to be 0. Okay, so your an terms are going to be 0. Now here there is one very important point that I want to mention, that as soon as you write this answer, you have to watch out for this term. Okay, because this is 2 minus n in denominator. Okay, so as soon as you write down this an like this, you have to mention that your n cannot be 2 for this. Because if your n becomes 2, then the denominator becomes 0. And in that case, this n will become indefinite, undefined. So your n cannot be 2. So your n is 0 only as far as your n is not 2. Okay. So we have found out the value of n for all n values except 2, which is 0, by solving this. But now we have to obviously investigate what happens if n is 2. Okay. So let me still continue that here. See, if n is equal to 2, if n is equal to 2, an will become a2. We can actually use this expression here. Okay. And in that expression, I'll put n is equal to 2. So this an will become a2. a2 is equal to minus 1 upon pi. Now all we have to do is wherever you see n, you put 2. So that becomes, this is a2 minus 1 upon pi, integration 0 to pi. What if I put n as 2? If I put n as 2 here, this will become cos 4x, right? Plus this will become cos 0x dx. Okay, we got this. So a2 will be minus 1 upon pi. Well, cos 0x is just 1. It's not 0. It's just, will become 1. Integration 0 to pi. This is cos 4x plus 1 dx. Now we have to integrate this. So I have to take it to the next page. Okay, I think I'll try to manage it here only. See, a2 will be minus 1 over pi. Cos 4x will become sine 4x divided by 4. And 1 will become, the integration of 1 will become x. Limits will go from 0 to pi. So once again, when you have sine 4x, this term will become 0 again. So you don't have to worry about this. But then here for x, you'll put upper limit pi and lower limit 0. That is pi minus 0. So this will become a2 is minus 1 upon pi and pi minus 0. Okay. So this pi will cancel out and a2 is just minus 1. Okay. So I think I missed out on numbering. Look, the first was this main expression of Fourier series with bn became 0 and it's only so much is remaining, right? And a naught, we found out a naught value is over here. A naught is 2. Okay. And an we found out to be 0. Okay. Except for n is equal to 2. An value is 0. For n equal to 2, the a2 value is a2 is minus 1, right? Now let me substitute all that over here. Now see what happens. Let me use some different color for the answer. Now this f of x will become, see, the a naught value is 2, right? So it will become 2, that's the a naught value, divided by 2, plus sum of n is equal to 1 to infinity. Well, when n is equal to 1 to infinity, n is just 0. Okay. For n is equal to 1 to infinity, an is 0. So let me write this as 0, except when n is not 2. Okay. And we have the value when n is 2 also. So instead of writing like this, I can write f of x is equal to, this is 1 plus, when n is equal to 2, what will happen? When n is 2, this will become a2 and this will become cos 2x, no? When n is 2, this will become a2 and this will become cos 2x. And a2 value we already have. The a2 value is minus 1. Okay, so we will write that minus 1. Okay, that's a2 is a2 cos 2x, right? A2 is minus 1 and then this is cos 2x, right? And then we will find f of x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x. And do you see? And actually, this is a kind of a very tricky question. This is nothing but the standard identity also. That look, f of x is given to you as 2 sine square x. So we already know that 2 sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x. Okay, that's the standard identity, and that we have proved. This is the same thing. So same thing we have got even using by Fourier series formula, and this is how this problem is solved. The only challenging part was solving this integral, but I hope you followed this whole solving of a problem. And my name is Yogesh Prabhu. This is my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friend. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.